You know, it's pretty sad. Not recently, but it's a sad state of affairs with a lot of women, especially like a Melyssa Ford. You know, this woman has been around since the late 90s, early 2000s. She was a video vixen, but she was a principled video vixen. But Cameron, and I spoke about this, because Cameron even mentioned it, that she was out here throwing that box around, even though she claimed she wasn't. There's even a video of her going into Cisco's hotel room back in what, 99? Yeah, I believe she used to deal with Cisco. But you know, she's not going to admit to those things. We're good, Ricky E. Don Neo was good. Make sure y'all like the stream if you haven't. But I've noticed something about Melyssa. There's a lot of Melyssa Fords out here. There's a lot of women just like Melyssa Ford who waste the best years of their life out here dating men that won't marry them, dating off vibes, or dating because a man is famous or he's rich, until she finds herself sitting in a chair drinking wine and talking about where her life is. That is the destiny of all you strong, independent women. Yeah. She did almost lose her life in an accident, right? And she recovered from that. Which is good. It's good she recovered physically. I don't know, mentally, you know, she's been doing her thing on the podcast, right? But a lot of these women are so bitter towards men. And you say to yourself, why is she so bitter towards men? You chose to roam the streets. You choose to date men who are emotionally unavailable. That is a you problem. Now, I will say this about her. She admitted that she dated Drake years ago. This was probably maybe a couple of years after this might have been between 2009 and 2012, I think. She dated him. That's when Drake was dating all these heifers. It was good, Carl. And her and this other girl was talking about how great of a guy he is. This was a couple years ago. She was doing some interview with some heifer. I think the chick might have dated Drake too. And she acted like that was the best thing ever. Like dating Drake was the best thing ever, right? It tells you about the mentality of women like her, right? And honestly, when I look at where we are, when I look at these women and how they present themselves and who they are, it's 2025. Yeah, Florida been doing his thing. He got that baby mama that he's been dealing with. But she did date Florida for a while. But again, she's dating men that emotionally ain't there. You know, he's deep in his career, you know. She's trying to find her way. Shout out to Brian.
Older BWs struggle in dating because they are generally the most immature women in the dating pool. They're fully embraced feminism.
Yes, they have. Appreciate that, Brian. You can look at it on social media. As a matter of fact, I'm going to see how many of these guys that she's dating in. Y'all remember when she became like a swirler years ago? She was on that. But she's a biracial female, so it is what it is, I guess. But Melyssa's always thought that she was smarter than everybody else and had everything put together, and that's just not the case with her. So these are some of the guys they said that she dated. She dated Drake early in his career between 2009 2010. They're saying that she dated Andre 3000 around that time. So 2008, she was just out here just dating all these famous men. They say that she dated Tyrese, Kerry Rhodes, who's a former NFL player, Brian Michael Cox, who's a music producer. They say she dated Benzino. Y'all know he used to run the Source magazine. They're saying that she dated Reggie Bush, 2005, 2006, and Nelly, briefly in 2006, and 50 Cent, which is a rumor. The Nelly thing is a rumor. They said it's a rumor with Nelly, it's a rumor with 50, but it wouldn't shock me. But those are some of the famous men they claim that she may have dated. A lot of them chicks was dating Benzino. People clown Benzino, but then Benzino was smashing all your faves, all your video Vixen faves. He was smashing all of them because he ran the Source magazine and he was a rapper at the time. I remember because he had a video on what they call that? Is it Uncut, right? They used to come on BET late at night. Was it Uncut? He had a video on Uncut, whatever I remember. But anyway, I think it was called BET Uncut, right? Benzino was smashing all these chicks. Say whatever you want about Benzino now, but back then when he was running the Source magazine, he was smashing all your faves, right? Yeah, BET Uncut, right? And so she was making her way around the industry. I think that was a point where she was lost. She was trying to figure out who she was and all that. She was briefly on a reality show a couple of years as well. But what you notice now on social media, you notice that these older women are really going out of their way to compete with younger women. You see women who are in their 40s talking about their mamas and grandmamas, and they're dressing just like these young girls. You see these women. They're all trying to compete with these younger women. They're all trying to compete, but then they claim that they're so much more mature. But you do the same thing. Like, they love to criticize older men. They love to criticize older men for dating younger women. But y'all dress like these younger women. Y'all are online twerking and doing the most for attention, just like these younger women. So what incentive does an older man have to deal with you when you act just like the 20-year-olds? You heifers act just like the 20-something-year-olds. But you claim that these older men are the ones who aren't mature. And they going to get a young girl because they can't handle an older woman. You act just like the younger girls do. You act just like them. And that man says, you know what? If I got two women, one is in her 40s, close to my age. Another one is in her 20s. They both dress alike. They both act alike. I would rather go with the girl with the less baggage, because you older women have a lot of baggage. You have a lot going on in your mind. A lot of y'all are spiritually broken. You try to pretend like you're not spiritually broken, but you are spiritually broken. You're hurt. You heifers are hurt. And every time you get on these podcasts or you're commenting, you always got something slick to say about men, because you're a hurt woman who had to raise all 5 of your children by yourself, with like 4 different baby daddies. That is a you problem. That is a choice that you made. That's why these younger women are so wayward, because y'all don't instill any type of knowledge in them so they can avoid the mistakes that you made. You want to compete with them. The old heads do it too. The old heads ain't giving no good advice out here because they're trying to compete with the younger men. Y'all are broken. Melyssa Ford is broken. That's why she's sitting on her podcast or her video, sipping wine, talking about how she's going to be with cats forever or whatnot, because that is her life and she knows it. She knows there's no fixing her. She is who she is. She's going to be on booty call standby for a very long time because ain't no man going to be wifing her up. Now, I could be wrong down the line, but I seriously doubt it. Because a lot of y'all are very stubborn, and that stubborn nature is used against you. Yeah, they're going to be on booty call standby. And they're going to be on booty call standby because no man is going to seriously think about being in a relationship with somebody who is spiritually and emotionally broken.